welcome to Mr. Bowen's All-Stars. If you are new to my channel, I am going on my 15th year of teaching elementary school, and once again in kindergarten. This is classroom setup day 2 for the year 2025. If you missed my last classroom setup video for day 1, go ahead and check it out. It'll be linked in the video description below. The last classroom setup video was quite wild because it was a sort of a hodgepodge of different videos mixed together of me first walking into my classroom for the first time after moving buildings once again, and then about a month and a half later, me actually being able to set up the classroom. So, what's happening today is really a bunch of unpacking. Last classroom setup video, I was setting up the layout, moving boxes all around so I could actually set up the layout, and then I ended the video. Today, I have about 80 plus boxes to go through, unpack, and put into my new storage. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. Hopefully trying to set up certain portions of the classroom and making it look a little bit less like a storage room and more like a classroom. So we're gonna head in there today and try to get a lot of work done because, again, school starts in about 2 weeks. So things are gonna have to move fast. Let's get to it. Okay, here we are once again, walking into my classroom. And the plan for today is to really just try to get through as many of these boxes as possible. The good news is unlike my last move last year, I labeled everything much better than I did last time. Last time it was kind of haphazard and I had a hard time trying to figure out where everything was. Now everything is labeled, they are numbered, so I can kind of get an idea of where everything needs to go and be set out at, so that once I am ready to start getting into it, I can get into it. So really, it's gonna be a lot of unpacking and organizing today, so buckle up, you're in for a ride. am sweaty and gross, but I feel pretty good. I feel like I got a lot done. Even though, like, you look at it in face value, it doesn't look like I got a lot done. So I'm going to turn the camera around so you can see what I've done so far. So this is the entrance, and here is where all my math manipulatives that I use regularly are housed here right now. This is just an assortment of decor. This is the teacher area that I'm working on right now. I'm trying to figure out what's going where because I don't have near the storage that I did before, it feels like. I put some decodables out right here. I'm gonna go through them later. My teacher tool box is right here. My curriculum is kind of housed here right now. Manuals for ELA. Haven't gotten into the math yet. Still some stuff that needs to go in here. I've moved, really it's been a lot of just like moving boxes where I think they're supposed to go. This is my classroom library boxes right now. So that's, once I get into that, I'll start dealing with that later. Over here is a lot of indoor recess stuff and games. So I think that's gonna be housed over here. Now you can see, looks a little more open. It looks more like what I envision it's going to look like in the end, once everything's set up. Still a lot of games and small group things that I need to go through yet. More indoor recess stuff there. My art supplies and everything, I kind of put out haphazardly like that for now. And I kind of unboxed a bunch of like my Kleenex and Clorox wipes. I don't know what happened, but I have Clorox wipes for years. I have an obscene amount of Clorox wipes, and I'm not sure how that happened. And I have Kleenex too. So, yeah, that's fun. I have my construction paper, like my art center, like construction paper here that's being housed here. And I put out the students' book bins. I don't love it, but I think it's probably the best for now. So that's where the book bins are going. I think the whiteboards and markers and stuff are going to go here. They're a little writing area. So I'll probably have those things, maybe the sharp and dull pencils there, or maybe over here. I'm not sure yet. But right now it's just just organizing, moving boxes where they go, and I've been kind of unpacking here and there. I am hungry, so I'm going to take a break, eat, and come back and jump right back into it. is 5 o'clock and I am super exhausted. There has been so much done, but when I turn you around, it's gonna look extremely messy still because, you know, I'm at that part of the setup that nothing's really actually set up, but a lot has been unpacked. You've seen me move boxes all around to different areas and where they belong, and then at those certain areas I start unpacking and kind of putting them where I think they should go. It has been super stressful because it's been a struggle trying to put everything away when I really don't think I have the amount of storage that I did before. And in my old classroom, everything sort of fit almost perfectly. So this time around, it's been a real struggle. I think I know where everything's gonna go for the most part, but I think I'm still going to have to take some stuff that I don't use anymore and downsize, and some things are just gonna have to either go at home in our storage area, or I'm gonna have to, you know, put it in the you take it pile. So let me turn you around so you can see what has all been done. So coming into the room, the entrance, as you can see, it is a huge mess still, but a huge majority of the boxes have been unpacked. This area, which is my read alouds, I think are gonna go in here, but I still have a huge tote of read alouds that I hope will be able to fit in that cabinet. We'll see. This hasn't really changed much since lunch, and that area hasn't really changed much since lunch. The kidney shaped table is a disaster area, so don't look at that. I mean, this is a disaster area too. This is really where all the read alouds are at. I need to organize them again, organize my teacher area. But as you can see from the time lapse, this is where all the curriculum is going. And there's still some pieces of curriculum, I think, that are missing that need to go here yet. But all of the teacher manuals, the instructional cards, my teacher books, small group lessons going in here. Over here is math manipulatives and the manuals, and little big books, guided reading books go in here, starting with A, then B. The Jilly, I didn't use those very much, so those are there. A lot of extra math manipulatives are up here. And over here in this cabinet, I put more leveled readers and math manipulatives. I have some room for some other extra math manipulatives I think will go in here as well. So still working on that. And over here has been the bulk of my stress and frustration because, again, cabinets are way different, the storage is way different, but my extra classroom supplies, if I need like overflow for markers, glue sticks, pencils, all in here. Dry erase markers are in here. Extra decor up there. Extra colored pencils. I didn't take out the colored pencils, mainly because especially in the beginning of kindergarten, I don't really use colored pencils all that much. Their fine motor skills aren't really ready to do that kind of coloring, so usually it's crayons and markers is where it's at. And the crayons I have over here because I'm going to put those in the caddies when I get to the table caddies. In here is some art supplies. Doesn't really fit perfectly, but you know, it is what it is. Paper plates, paper bags, Ziploc bags, paint, Mod Podge for a Mother's Day gift project I do every year. Paintbrushes, napkins for parties, and then here's where I had to get creative because most of my art supplies, I don't have as much as I used to, so it only really took up 2 cabinets. So I had this extra space, and I really want to have those cabinets over there, which I have not filled yet, with my small group centers, both ELA and math. I think they should all be able to fit over there. So I had to start getting creative, and I thought, well, okay, I'm going to put the indoor recess stuff, Lincoln Logs, go here, some puppets here. The gear toys, I don't remember what you call those exactly. Some card games there. And then Play-Doh, beads, Jenga blocks. The kids usually just use them for building blocks. And then a few board games here. And this, which I kind of just stuffed behind here for now, is a bunch of blocks that I don't really know where else to put them. I think that's probably going to be the best place for now, because they're not going to fit over in those cabinets, and I really want them to be accessible for when it is indoor recess. And I already have blocks here for the block area. Those are going to be sitting out like they were last year. And then I have some blocks and a puzzle down there, although I think I'm going to take that puzzle out and put my connecting cubes there like I did before. So I think that's all that I did. It doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, all of the boxes, with the exception of my classroom library and my math manipulatives, or my math games, and my ELA games and centers, and the puzzling games that are going to go over there, are the only things that are left that need to be unpacked. Everything else has just got to be set up and organized and sorted. I put the blinds down. I don't really like these blinds. I wish we had the old blinds from the old classroom. But I put the blinds down because for a little bit, you didn't see this in recordings, but I was able to get my whiteboard, my projector working, so I was watching some TV while I was doing some minor things here and there. And with such a glare, it's very hard for me to be able to see the whiteboard, even if I turn all the classroom lights off. So that is it for today for classroom setup day 2. I don't know if I'm going to come in tomorrow because I have a very busy day. I need to make sure I have friends coming over for a fantasy football draft. And so I want to make sure my house is nice and clean and do some things around the house. So I'm not sure I'm coming in tomorrow or not. But if I do, as always, I will record it and show you my next classroom setup. So next time you see me, it'll be classroom setup day 3. Make sure to like and subscribe as always, and thanks for watching.